Guys, welcome to tonight's stream. I am trying to rush and post a video, so give me a second. Okay. English. I didn't skip past English. There we go. I'm probably not going to make it. Come on, YouTube. You don't ever take this long on stuff. Come on, hurry up. I swear, man. It did that crap on purpose. I don't ever take that long on stuff. Why am I watch this go off? That's stupid. That is stupid. It took that long on purpose. I swear it did. It don't ever take that long to load up some crap, man. YouTube be on some old silly stuff at times. It's like, man, are you guys okay? Like, do you need help? More so professional help? Okay, let's see about this game. I messed up, I think. Uh-huh. He messed up. We even. We're both out here messing up. Come on, tight shorts. Wait, who got tight? Yeah, he got tight shorts.
Advantage, Federer.
Wait, is he out or am I out? No, I think he's out. How you bounce the ball like that on the tennis racket? What kind of like hand-eye coordination do you got? It's like, come on, bruh. Look, them people are ready. They are like... Bro.
Deuce.
Alright, don't make me regret getting this game.
Advantage, Murray. Deuce.
What's up, Illy? Are you serious? Yeah.
Advantage, Federer.
I've been good. I've been good. How about yourself? Well, brought down yourself.
Federer. 2 games all.
Do I have to play through this? Can I? Or was that just like a tutorial thing? No, I don't want to play through this.
Game, set, and match. Murray.
Yeah, that's like I'm trying to create a character and stuff.
The greatest victories in tennis require years.
Do I have to sit down and watch this?
Countless
They're
hours
good.
of practice
Allergies
to be
acting
able to
up right
perform
now
under
though at
pressure.
this time of year because of probably yeah.
Players start
Yeah, it's like people they be you know, it'd be a struggle. I wouldn't say that I have to deal with it as much, but I know my sister, she be having like bad allergy issues and stuff, so yeah, I'm like, it ain't no joke. I thought you get to, I guess I'll go with him. Oh, okay. They gotta have
Houdin.
How is it that they be having every name in the book, but they don't have Tyler? You have Taylor.
Taylor.
T.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You got every name in the book, but you ain't got Tyler. I mean, there ain't never been no tennis player named Tyler, not even with the last name. All these names I never even heard of.
Murphy.
It's like, it's such a common name. That's why I'm like, sometimes games be acting weird when it comes to names. They'll have, who is this? Who's
Magomedov.
Magomedov? I've never heard nobody's name like that before.
Mohamed. Marasak.
Magomedov. I'm like, ain't not one person in this world with the name Magomedov. They don't even have it where you can't have like a nickname. All these names. That's crazy.
Zoo.
Swoboda.
I'll just go with that. You change the color of the hat at least? It's just a random... Oh, you can't? Wait. No, you can't. I should have, because I didn't even bother to check to see if this music was copyright claimed, so... I wonder if I can. It's too late now. They gotta stop doing stuff like that, because it's like, you know, people gonna be streaming this game. I think I got 3 different heights for 5'9". I guess I'll put myself as a high 5'9". No, they just gave me the basic shoes, they said, no. Yeah, that's usually how my sock game be. Cut your stream since then. Remember last time we talked about Drake? How'd you feel about his AI diss track? I think that's kind of silly. I think that was kind of silly. It's like, you have to know, like, okay, Snoop Dogg, I feel like he's not gonna go after Kendrick Lamar because they both from California. I just feel like he wouldn't do that, especially he ain't got no beef with the guy. And then to have Tupac, I was like, that's some silly stuff, man. I kind of find that a little silly. Turn this music off. Subtitles on. like on 10 or something. So that's how you learn the basics, improve your. All right, I guess I'll do that.
Hey, it's John McEnroe. I'm the guy setting you up on court today. I'll be helping in this demo. If you think you've got
How they
all
gonna
but
have me
start
create a
off
whole character, then they just switch me off to some random person? This game is kind of, man, I don't know about this. Yeah, let's forget it. I'm just gonna go ahead and start up career. I'll figure it out. Put it on easy, autoplay, podcast. Yeah, I saw that this game was coming out, and I was like, it's been a minute since I played a tennis game, so I was like, nah, let me go ahead and see what this is all about. Curious about it, but yeah, hopefully it's good. How did that failed shot? I don't even get that. How is you supposed to like time the shooting? I'm honestly about to turn this game off and play something else, because it's like, how are you supposed to time this? I don't like 2K games, because they just be doing some old silly stuff. Can I skip this? Yeah, I don't care about that. That's what I should have did. I should have just went ahead and got the 2-hour trial thing on PlayStation.
First set, Aiken to serve, play. Zero all. One, zero, T. Two, zero, T.
Why they be having the people standing? I'm like, that'd make me nervous. Everybody just staring at the court like that.
Three, zero, T. T.
How did I even get the ball in the first place? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
5-0 T. Game, set, and match T.
Might up the difficulty, put it on easy. Because he doesn't even like make an attempt. Like, he just stands there. There's somebody in the crowd. They don't even sound like they cheering. They just abruptly screaming.
Sponsors love to
Play
find raw
W2K
new
this-
talent, don't they?
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I mean, it wasn't no different than last year's. Like, it's like some differences, but it's the same game. Trust me, you're not missing out. I thought I thought it was a game where I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a brand new, different game. It's really not. I like the different courts that they got in here.
Well, as many already know, the TS250s are the lowest category of tournament.
It's a beautiful evening and the crowd is ready to enjoy great action.
Travel all the
on
way to
court.
New Zealand for a
Ladies and
tennis match?
gentlemen,
I don't think I'd do that in real
welcome
life.
to the ASB Tennis Center for the quarterfinal of the ASB Classic.
First set, Zelman check to serve. Play.
Okay,
0 T.
still easy, but just somewhat like he's moving around at least. This man got on purple sunglasses.
Two 0 T.
Did you hear about the one kid and his mom that was suing NBA 2K? They sued because you know how every 2 years the server is shut down, how everything in the game you buy is no longer available. No, that's good. Good. I hope they win the lawsuit. Everybody should start doing that. People out here buying games full price just for the games to shut down after a couple of years. No, that's messed up. So I encourage it. Did I not? I moved the analog stick over. What was that? Then, nah, that happens again. I'm getting my money back. Why is she screaming so loud? But they lost the case because it was said VC is just fictional, so that was the loophole around it. I was hoping they won too, but can't show you something. That's crazy. That is so insane. 2K, nah, count their days. Seriously, count their days, because their days are seriously numbered. That'll make no sense. Oh, because it's non-existent currency or whatever. I'm like, okay, but the money in my account, that ain't like some non-existent stuff. It's like, so they out here wanting to play silly with people. I'm like, okay. And then that's when I'm like, people, they gonna start encouraging that, modifying the game and just adding in VC. I'm like, it's crazy how it be games that don't require, like, modding and all that stuff, and they be the main games getting modded, but it's like you get games like NBA 2K where it's like, you know, like, you see people mod it, but it's just, like, for, like, comedy reasons.
3-all.
Like, I seen a video, they had Spider-Man in the game, and I'm like, nah, bro, I'd modify that game to where I could get, like, 1 billion of VC, so I ain't never gotta worry about buying VC again. Why is he... This, man, I'm telling you.
Zone check.
I don't get the too late thing. It's like I'm hitting the ball, right? So... This, nah, I'm not playing this game. This is stupid. Playing Forza. I'm like, forget that crap. I'm getting my money back for that game. Because I'd rather just play, whatchamacallit, AO tennis. Games like that need to be free. They don't need to have it where you pay for it, because I just get sick and tired of paying for games where it's like, oh, it is crazy. I just remember it's just somebody on Twitter talking about, oh, you shouldn't get a refund for a game, where a game shouldn't come out, and then it's like not even fun. I'm saying it's like I could go back and play a game that's like an older tennis game and have fun with that. I should be able to have fun with a new tennis game. It's like, man, it's just people at 2K. It's like, yeah, they're a company where I'm like, I don't support the idea of them getting, having it where people got paid full price for a game. They should be the last company asking full price for a video game. Yeah, the day when 2K, they shut down, and it's gonna eventually happen at some point. The day they shut down as a company, I ain't gonna lose no sleep. I'm not gonna be sad. I probably should throw a party. 2K is finally over party. And how much GTA 6 full price is gonna be? Guess probably 80 standard with it. There's no way possible they're gonna charge no $80 standard for that game. If they do that, it's gonna be very limited people buying it. But I'm like $69.99 where the price should be at, yeah. But there's no way. I don't even think that's you can't even do that. Like there has to be some sort of gaming law enforced where it's like you can't charge that much for a standard game, and you don't get, all you're just getting is a standard game. There's no way possible they're gonna do that. If they do that, I'm like, nah, I catch that game when it's on sale. Because they most likely gonna do a 10% sale for the holidays or something. So I'll get the game when it's about like $10, $20 off. But I ain't gonna be paying no $80 for a standard video game. I don't care how much they've done to it. then on top of that, if it'll be on some stuff where they don't even come out with the full game, they're all like, oh, we're gonna just come out with the story mode and we're gonna come out with multiplayer later. And I'm like, no, then therefore that game should not be no $80. So that's why I'm like, nah, if only parts of the game is gonna come out, then you guys only gonna get parts of my money. And they definitely ain't gonna get no 80 for a standard story missions. I'm like, it better be some long, extensive story missions if that is the case. Meaning, like, I'm playing that story for, like, the same duration as Grand Theft Auto 5's existence. This car is gonna move out the way. It's like, it don't make no sense. Hope online. Be ready along with the release this time. Most likely it's not. They're gonna do like how they've always done it. Like, oh, let's release parts and portions of the game. Because they did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 5. They did the same thing with Red Dead Redemption. I don't know why Grand Theft Auto 6 would be any different, so... Most likely when it comes down to the release date, they'll announce it and they'll say that, oh yeah, if it does, then that's good, I guess. But they most likely want to make sure, instead of focusing on that stuff now, they want to make sure, like, right before the game releases, that the servers work. They won't wait up until the very last minute, and that's when they're like, oh, well, now let's start working on the multiplayer servers and stuff. Oh, with the Xbox Series X version of 5, you can buy online, store it separately, which low-key was a scam. To be honest, because GTA 5 Xbox One version was already fine in Series X. Yeah, I never understood when it was like the only thing that they did was like, oh, now flip-flops, they can, you know, it can, like, move off of your foot and things when your character is walking. Like, oh, it's like stuff is like now the transition that they did from the 360 to the Xbox One, yeah, I thought that was decent. But it wasn't much of a difference where it's like, oh, flip-flops can flip-flop now, and then what else? Like, I remember when they did do that trailer, and I was like, man, you guys charging $20 for it, and I'm all like, that should have been a free update. It shouldn't have been no $20. I'm like, people done bought the game already. Why am I buying the game again? Yeah, it's like, you got some games out. It is crazy how, like, every other game, when they were doing that, like, Xbox Series X transition, it was all free. I think PlayStation, I think they had it where some of their games, you had to pay, like, $10 for it. But $20 for both multiplayer and the story? That's crazy. Yeah, there are some companies out there where it's like they're going to have a lot of answering to do at some point. People get sick and tired of these games, and they're all like, fam, I'm out here putting all this money into these games just to have it where I'm not even getting a game. A lot of times I'm going to be feeling like I'm getting a game in return. A lot of times I feel like I'm getting it just parts, portions. Let's see about this car. I'm sitting here thinking about when Grand Theft Auto 5 did release on the Xbox 360. That was honestly a good time for gaming. Because I think there's a few other games that also came out in 2013. I remember Payday 2 came out on the Xbox 360. I can't remember if it came out on PC the same year, but Payday 2 came out. I'm trying to think what other games came out in 2013. But yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto 5. I think, yeah, we could all say when that game came out back in 2013, that was like the biggest game release ever. Or at least one of the biggest game releases. I'm curious to see what Grand Theft Auto 6, what it's going to be like when it comes out. But hopefully, yeah, Rockstar, they don't do nothing shady with the game. I'm like, you guys got to remember at the end of the day, it's like, we're the ones that kept you guys in business. People out here streaming Grand Theft Auto, it's like, you know, recording YouTube videos. I'm like, what else was people doing? Like, there's YouTubers that I discovered through Grand Theft Auto 5. So I'm like, man, Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm like, look, you guys, all that money that you made off of that game, please, that game should be free. It's like, we honestly think about it. It's like all the support that we've given that game throughout the years, that game should be free. There's like anybody that put well over however many hours into that game, you should get a copy for free. If you put over 100 hours into that, and I know for a fact I put over 100 hours into that game, all the nights I was up and playing it. It's like that, and you played the game on multiple consoles. Like I played that game on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox. Well, I didn't buy the Xbox Series X version. I think they did have that version though on the Game Pass, and yeah, it wasn't even that much of a difference. It was like it was the same game pretty much. Now I remember playing that now. I was like, they did have it on the Xbox Game Pass for a little bit. Crazy how like they don't even like do nothing with Red Dead Redemption 2. You would thought they had been adding. They should have at least added the that zombie DLC like how they did with the first one. I don't know why they didn't do that with the second one. They could have did that. They could have did more stuff with multiplayer. I remember I was playing that game and I'm like, man, it's messed up that it's like they don't even do nothing with that game. There's so much that they could have done with it. Like Rockstar, I'm like, man, Grand Theft Auto 6, when that game does come out, what is going on? When that game does come out, and if it's not good, like let's say it's just something is wrong with that game on day one of it coming out, I'm like, hey, look, bruh, you guys had more than enough time. Like, if you can't get your stuff together and you've been releasing games for how long now? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it might be ready for me to put in my retirement papers for video games, because I'm like, if the most anticipated game of the year when it does come out, because they did say it's supposed to come out next year, and I'm like, it's supposed to be the most anticipated game. I'm like, that game comes out, or if they do, and they better not delay it either. They better not do that. You guys said 2025. Okay, we will all wait until 2025. They come out with some stuff and saying, oh, the game's not going to come out until 2026. I'm like, then you might as well just hang it up. You might as well just hang it up. So that game better come out next year. I'm telling you right now, if it doesn't, I'm like, hang it up. Like, don't work on no more games. Don't do nothing else. Just leave it alone. Come out with a movie. Come out with some whatever TV show. Sell the rights to Grand Theft Auto to HBO Max or Peacock, whatever. But don't do nothing more with video games. If y'all gonna just, oh yeah, it's coming out in 2025. Well, on second thought, no, it's gonna come out in 2026. All these other games that came out throughout the years, you mean to tell me Grand Theft Auto 6 can't come out the day they say it's, or the year they say it's supposed to come out? I'm like, yeah, y'all might as well just hang it up. People are getting tired of like having to wait for stuff for video games, whether it's a game itself or a DLC. I'm like, I'm getting tired of that. After all that hype that they did for that one zombie game the day before, I'm like, look, bruh, that delay stuff, I'm like, man, you better be coming out with something. But if it's just gonna be the same old typical game, I'm like, nah, bro, go ahead and keep it. It's like they all like, oh, we're unsure of how many people are going to be in the servers. I'm like, just come out with 1 billion servers. Come out with the most amount of servers that you possibly can come out with. Have it where you guys buy a whole warehouse just running off, just with Grand Theft Auto 6 servers. Because you already know there's going to probably be millions of people all across the world playing that game. They shouldn't even come out with an estimated number of how many people are going to be playing that game. No, have it where you guys come out with 1 billion servers, so everybody has a chance of playing that game day one. It's like, I ain't trying to go through no Helldivers stuff where it's like, oh, the game, it ain't gonna be working. We gotta wait 2-3 weeks for the game to start working properly. I know one thing, this car is nice. Like, I'll drive this in real life. Maybe without the big old giant spoiler, but yeah, I'll drive this. I can already see with the spoiler be driving through something, next thing you know, then tore the whole thing off the car. There's no disrespect to the new Forza, but I feel like that game downgraded. I 100% feel that game downgraded compared to like this and the new one. Yeah, I'm like I honestly think the game downgraded. I mean, it's good, but they should have came out with that one first and then came out with this one afterwards. I think it would have been accepted a little bit. Well, the last one would have, well, the new one would have been accepted a little bit more. And then this should have been like the last Forza that they came out with. Like this should have been Forza Motorsport. Is that the final race in the series? That gave me a lot of points. No, it wasn't the final. That was my drink. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the car. They don't even like. They sit there and say, oh, the cars aren't aggressive. And the one thing that they always do is they be wanting to drive out in front of you. That's aggressive. I don't know what they call that, but to me, that's aggressive. Somebody's driving out in front of you and they see that you're trying to pass them up. Yeah, that's a little bit aggressive. Hey, now, non-aggressive is like, okay, they see you and they're like, oh, let me hurry up and move out the way. See, what is that? It's like you have to drive up on the side of them in order to go and... Oh, I messed up. In order for them to not drive out in front of you. But it's like, if you behind them, they're like, oh, you trying to get into this side? Oh, we're going to drive on this side now. Forza cars, I'm like, man, I don't know what you guys got going on, but I'm like, that stuff got to change. Like, do something different. I'm like, have it where the cars don't drive out in front of you. Yeah, I thought I was going to go and finish out the series, but I'm like, after this race, I'm going to find somebody to raid. I am calling it a night. I might do that at some point though, make some music on stream, because playing games, I'm like, unless it's like a game that I have been having fun with for like some time, I'm like, I gotta play those games. But it's like, if I start the stream off playing a game where it's like, if I haven't played it, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and test it out. Test it out, I don't end up liking it. I'm like, I know I ain't gonna be stuck with that tennis game. I'm like, no, 2K, you can take your game back, give me my money back. I don't want no parts of that game. But it's just, man, it's like I have to start the stream off with a game that I like, because it just ruins the mood. If I start off with a game that just does some old dumb stuff, it just ruins the mood for the stream, and I'm like, I don't be wanting to stream no more. I'm like, it's just some games where I'm like, you guys could have held off on that. That tennis game, I'm like, I feel like there's just people just kind of feeling bad for the game. And if they gave that game good ratings, yes, because they felt bad for it. But I'm like, if you guys is looking for a tennis game, it might not be an up-to-date game, but it's gonna be the closest thing that you could get to having fun. It'll be AO Tennis 2. But that TOPSPIN 2K25, no. 2K, I'm like, man, you guys, I don't even get how it's like, you get all this money. It seems like that I don't even know if you guys be putting it into video game development, but it's like, you get all this money for these video games, right? From VC to the game itself to people like playing it and stuff, and yeah, like that then they get their fans to buy it. But it's like you get all this money, all this income for your guys' game, and they still don't be good. Like I don't get that. How is it that it'll be a game? Somebody could come out with an arcade like tennis game, have the most amount of fun with that. How is it that tennis in GTA 5 was better than that? I had more fun playing tennis in that than it's like, man, it's just some games. I'm like, look, if you guys don't know what you're doing, then don't come out with the game. But it's like, that's something where I'm like, I didn't like that. I don't like that whole feature where it's like you hitting something and then it's just always something popping up talking about, oh, too late, too late, too late, too early. I'm like, how about you guys go out and play tennis and you have somebody in your ear, and that's talking to the 2K developers. You have somebody in your ear saying too late, too early, oh, that's perfect, good. Saying that in your ear every time you got getting ready to hit the tennis ball. It's like stuff like that shouldn't even exist in the game. I'm like, man, it's just some games where I'm like, you guys. Oh man. That's why I encourage people. It's like, go out, find you a PlayStation 2 or 3, preferably the PlayStation 3, the OG model. So you could buy PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, play all the games off of it. Get you an Xbox 360, just play some retro games. These games today, I don't know what they got going on. Play some retro games, play some games that came out years ago. People talking about, oh, they took all this time away from working on the tennis game. I can see why. Honestly, I can see why. I mean, like, oh, you know, take a break from NBA 2K and work on something else. Like, no, just take a break from gaming. Take your time on the game. I feel like that game was rushed. You had all this time, but that game was rushed. There's no way possible you guys spent years working on that. There's no way. It's like out here playing games, and it's like you gotta take deep breaths after playing the game, because it's like it just gets you to a point where it's like, all right, I'm about to go off. It's like, yeah, that game. Go ahead, uninstall that, because I do not plan on playing that game. Wait, they said buy one, get one? Okay. Oh, I own this game already. A lot of these games I own. Yeah, it's like that's never mind. It's like Xbox, if you guys gonna have some stuff like that going on, it's like at least have it where it be games where it's like, oh, okay, I can see myself buying that game. I am gonna focus on that. Find somebody to raid and call it a night. Is that even allowed on Twitch? I'm like, how do you even find a shirt that big? That's crazy. Let's see who I can raid out to. I really don't. Yeah, I am going to focus on that. All right. So anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you everybody that stopped by tonight's stream. Stay tuned for the next stream, and